2003, she was 11 years old. She was groomed at her primary school playground. By the time she was 16, she had been sexually exploited by over 150 men. This one survivor that we saw in court on Thursday, it's just one of them, but she gave what is undoubtedly one of the most emotionally charged and powerful things I've ever seen, which was she addressed her defendants in court directly, telling them that they had lost. She said, "You took my childhood, you took my freedom, but I am your karma," as they were sentenced to 106 years in total. But just before she gave that speech, I heard the CPS barrister in brief conversation with the judge, Mr. Justice Slater, and they said, before she gave this victim impact statement, that any discussion on whether or not these men remain in the country is for the Home Office. Now, she then didn't deliver a part of her speech that was removed on the orders of the judge, but she's passed me since a full copy of the victim impact statement she wanted to deliver, which includes the line, "I'd like to request that 2 of the men are deported after they serve their sentences." One of those men required an Urdu interpreter in the court. He couldn't sufficiently understand English as he was being sentenced, and throughout the trial. 22 years ago, he abused this girl, attacking her when she was 11, but still he doesn't speak the language, and that's in part because he hails from Pakistan, where many of the grooming gang abusers have done across the country. Now, under the UK Borders Act 2007, any foreign national sentenced to a custodial sentence of 12 months or more must be deported. That's the law. It rarely happens, in fact, because of the ECHR ruling and the government's commitment to refugee conventions. But here's more. In the 2022 Nationality and Borders Act, this government now has the power to punish nations that refuse to accept nationals being deported back. We can punish them by applying visa penalties.
Right.
My sources tell me that the Foreign Office has consistently blocked any application of that power. Now, there are about 40 people who've been prosecuted successfully in the Rotherham abuse scandal. Of 1,150 victims, over 1,500 victims originally identified by 2 previous government reports. Just 40. None of them have been deported. Many of them have dual nationality or are sole Pakistani nationals. There are also other backgrounds involved, some British nationals as well. Based on my research looking into this issue for many years, more men have fled prosecution after fearing investigation than have been deported due to this heinous crime, possibly the worst sexual abuse atrocity in this country's history.